He's being very hypocritical. What he was thinking running into that 15 car. I mean, what does JJ Yaley do to anybody? I mean, jeez. So, NASCAR Cup stars went to their second kind of sort of short track of the season. Kyle Larson finally breaks through with a win. Denny Hamlin went crazy, and we'll talk about the package.
Wynn's gonna punch his ticket to the championship 4.
Got him this time. Oh, he turned it!
No! Make room! Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. By Logano, maybe no! Kenza takes him out.
Using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
20 years of trying, 20 years of frustration. 3 flags in the air.
Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. My name is Cameron Simpson. Hopefully you're having a good day. Happy Monday. Happy day after race day. As always, I guess, I don't know if you can call us this, but we're like your last thoughts on the NASCAR weekend. Your last like race recap video every Monday. I got that for you. So, with that said, a lot to talk about today. I want to start by talking about Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson goes to victory lane. Yeah. The comment about me saying that Kyle Larson was in the cold zone, that he wasn't really good. If you guys missed that, my last video a couple days ago, I'm pretty sure I put in the not hot category. And he wasn't hot. But now I think we have to take him out of that category. Of course, Kyle Larson is much more than not hot anymore. He's absolutely rolling. He's been close. Right, he has been close compared to every other driver in the NASCAR Cup Series, but it's always been his teammate, William Byron, who's always been able to come up top. Byron was in contention today. He got involved in a late race incident, and the 5 car of Kyle Larson able to win the race. Obviously, kudos to Larson, finally able to break through in the win. Deservingly, he deserves to get that victory, no doubt about it. I have no doubts about it. I think he has been very fluky this year. I'm not going to say he's been consistent, because the last couple weeks he got involved in incidents. The other 2 weeks he got taken out from the lead when he probably should have won. This probably should be his 3rd win of the year. And today he wasn't the most dominant car, but Hendrick Motorsports was very dominant today, as we'll see when we look at the first 2 finishers, as well as we look at what William Byron was able to do. Even though he didn't finish well, he ran well consistently throughout the whole race. I think we need to start worrying about Hendrick Motorsports. For us non-Hendrick Motorsports fans, they've been running great. The only Hendrick driver to not win yet is Alex Bowman and Chase Elliott. Obviously, Elliott kind of doesn't count. He's kind of been out for a while. He's probably going to be out for a little bit longer. The other driver, though, that deserves this position, William Byron, Larson, and Bowman has yet to win. Bowman hasn't really shown me the consistency of the other 2 Hendrick Motorsports drivers, which they've shown consistent speed, consistent running up front, consistent doing the right things. Larson and the 24. I mean, not really the 24, but Bowman was up there too. The Hendrick, they found something. I think Bowman was up there at Phoenix. It's this package, they've really been able to lock it down and get rolling on it. They didn't, and it's not just this track. They've been good at almost every track. Hendrick in particular, especially Byron. I think it was Clint Boyer who said Byron could win 6 races this year. I'm not going to go there yet. I don't know if Byron's at that point yet to win 6 races in a season, but still really awesome. And the incident that took Byron out was the 20 car got kind of run up. They went 3 wide, which, by the way, they've been going 3 wide all day. I cannot fault Ross Chastain for this one. I know a lot of people were saying, oh, Ross Chastain was the guy that wrecked him. I can't fault Ross Chastain. They were running 3 wide the entire day. They were 3 wide the entire day. Ross Chastain was just being a 3 wide driver like the rest of them. Took the field 3 wide and ran to the front. It's just what they were doing all day, and happened to collect a guy in the way. And I get it. If Ross Chastain is in the same zip code as a wreck, we are going to pound him for it, right? Because he has that reputation. But you can't pound Ross Chastain for this one. You can't, as much as you want to. Ross Chastain did no harm. There was no harm or no foul to his actions today. Just unlucky for Bell, unlucky for the 24 car. Unlucky. That's all I really can say. I can't fault Chastain. I'm sure you Chastain haters out there want to fault him, but I don't understand how you can possibly fault Ross for this one. Let's look at the finishing results. We talked 5. Kyle Larson goes to victory lane. Started 9th, crawled his way up to first place. He was there, made adjustments, got that car to where it needed to be. His teammate, subbing in for Chase Elliott, Josh Berry. Round of applause for Berry. He finishes in the top 5, finishes 2nd place, runner-up position. Kudos to Josh Berry. Round of applause to Josh Berry, because who would have thought that he would run this well? Showing that he's capable of running well in the NASCAR Cup Series. If you give the guy good equipment, he's going to run up front. Especially with how good Hendrick was, it would have been a disappointment if he didn't run up front. So, great job to Berry. He ran very well today. Ross Chastain, top 3 finish. Again, we mentioned him a second ago. The driver just finds ways to get up front late. That's what he does. He finds ways to make his way to the front late. Christopher Bell, another solid finish. Talk about Kevin Harvick running very well. Round of applause to Stuart Haas today. They were able to come back and run very well compared to the last couple performances where they haven't been very good. Kevin Harvick continues to be the leader of that organization. He will be missed when he retires because he ran basically 5th all day. He had one of the better cars. Attaboy to Michael McDowell for a top 10. He finished 6th today. I can't say I expected Michael McDowell to be in 6th place, but awesome for him there. Logano, he was top 10 most of the day. Didn't really hear from him much. Bowman, top 10. He had a solid car today as well as many of his Hendrick teammates. Ty Gibbs, the rookie, another top 10. Brad Keselowski, another top 10 today. He didn't do so hot at Phoenix. No, did he do good at Phoenix? I really can't remember that far back. Chase Briscoe. Truex in 11th. Looked like he could have won that race. Something happened where he fell all the way back to 11th. He was in the position where I thought he probably could have won that race, but ended up finishing 11th, which is disappointing for that team. Hopefully they can get a bounce back. They've had a decent short track program this year. I hope Truex can get back and get a bounce back. Chase Briscoe, a solid finish in 12th. Eric Almirola, another solid finish. Like I said, Stuart Haas had a pretty solid day. Kyle Busch, they struggled most of the day. They started 2nd, just fell back and couldn't really get that car. They finished 14th. Todd Gilliland in 15th. I think that's his 2nd top 15 these last 2 weeks. So congrats to them. Outside of that top 15, we're going to talk about Denny Hamlin in a second. He finished 20th. Bubba Wallace in 22nd. William Byron, just 24th, tough day. Ryan Blaney, another tough day, 26th place. In the Legacy Motorsports cars, Eric Jones, 31st. His teammate Noah Gragson is in last place. So, I said I don't want to talk about Denny Hamlin. Let's talk about Denny right now. Denny was involved in an incident with J.J. Yaley, out of all guys. We caught it. Fox Sports, round of applause to them. They got the camera right on, and sometimes I don't like that view, sometimes I do, but they had the camera right on the 11 car. All of a sudden, the 11 car just rams right into the 15 car of J.J. Yaley. I don't know what Denny Hamlin was thinking. I don't know what was going through Denny Hamlin's mind at the time to run in the back of J.J. Yaley, but for some reason, he found it necessary to ram into J.J. Yaley and wreck him. It was the first caution of the day. I'm sure it was some retaliatory thing, but I didn't see anything egregious from that 15. I'm sure in Denny's Actions Detrimental podcast we'll hear all about it, because it seems like Denny really takes that whole actions detrimental to heart. He really takes, he preaches being good. He preaches being, respecting people. And then he turns around and wrecks somebody. And it's, it's not the style. It isn't the style, Denny. You can't have it one way and not have it the other way. That's what a hypocrite is. You're being a hypocrite right now. And he's being very hypocritical. He is... I don't know what he was thinking running into that 15 car. I mean, what does J.J. Yaley do to anybody? I mean, jeez. So, it's going to stink for Denny because J.J. Yaley in his post-race comments with Front Stretch basically said, without saying it, he basically said, next time Denny Hamlin wants to lap me down, I'm going to put him in the wall. And rightfully so. He has every right. So I can't wait for that day. Denny Hamlin's the leader. He's driving by the field. Oh, there's J.J. Yaley. Oh, no, the 11's in the wall. It's going to happen. You don't mess with the drivers who run in the back of the field. They can really mess your day up. I know when the driver's in the front, yeah, they can wreck you. But the drivers in behind the pack, when you're trying to lap them down to win a race, and they mess with your air, or they block you, and then that second place car gets just that much closer, it can wreck your day. Or when they pin you up high to let the other guy pass you, it can wreck your day. You do not want to make an enemy with the guy who runs in the back of the field. Not at all. You don't want to be the enemy with J.J. Yaley. All right, you don't. As much as it sounds stupid to say, oh, Denny's, you don't want to make an enemy with the guy in the back of the pack. He can really mess up your day. Maybe sometimes more than the guy who runs 10th every week. The guy who runs 30th every week can mess up your day even more. All right, with that said, let's talk about the race. I thought this race was very good. It wasn't great, but it was good. And the racing at times got sprung out. But there was always a 3-wide battle, always a 2-wide battle. There's times where these drivers were running on the fence to pass. The 47 was a great example of that, but he blew a flue line. I think he would have been dangerous today. Tire fall off is a big deal. I don't know. All in all, I really like the strategy that comes out with this racetrack. I like it all. I really am a fan of Richmond. There's a time where Richmond wasn't as exciting as maybe it is now. And last year, short tracks weren't as exciting as they are this year. That is for sure. And I'm not saying that short tracks are back to their prime where they were before next-gen era. I do think there's things that can happen. That's why I'm going to hit the gas. I'm going to give this race a B-. I thought it was solid. I thought it was entertaining, but it wasn't quite there. It wasn't quite where short track racing used to be. It used to be awesome. It used to be can't miss material. Now I think it's just kind of it's okay type racing. So anyway, that's it for me. Until next time, my name's Cameron Simpson. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I might be back this week. Might not, but we'll see. Peace out. Enjoy your week.